Today I would like to talk about mental illness. Mental illness is a wide range of disorders that affects our mood, our thoughts or the way we think, and our behavior. And then the signs and symptoms of mental illness. One sign here I've put having sleepless nights. A person who is going through a mental crisis, sometimes they don't sleep completely. And this sleep I'm talking about is not a one-day thing. It has to be on for like 2 weeks, when maybe a week when someone is not sleeping. But this one of 1 or 2 nights might be normal, because you could be having a stressful moment or a hard time. Another sign here I've talked about is suicidal thoughts. A person who is going through a mental challenge, sometimes they get suicidal thoughts because, in a way, when you're drained, someone keeps thinking negatively and they lose hope in life. I've talked about hearing voices. These hearing voices, I mean a person who is going through a mental challenge can hear voices that other people who are around them cannot hear. And when you hear them say, or a person is talking about hearing voices, you need to listen to them and you try to get to the bottom line, so that you're able to help a friend or a loved one early. Or if it is you, you can also seek for help. And then isolating from friends and family members. We are going to agree that sometimes people have been very close to us. They start withdrawing from the family. They start leaving their friends over no reasons. And then you realize that they are on their own, and maybe they are not doing well, they are deteriorating and other things. Possibly a person could be going through one of the mental health challenges, that is depression or maybe something else. And then here I've also said, seeing things that others don't see. For example, a person can be saying, there are so many animals out there, when you, the person who is not sick, cannot really see. And that's why we need to sit and evaluate and get to the bottom line of it. Sometimes some of them say, I'm being bewitched. Someone is doing that. Someone is doing that. But in the real sense, when you sit down, you sit to digest or evaluate their statements, you realize that really the person was having a different thing. And then here I've also put loss of appetite. Some people, when they are stressed, they eat a lot. Some people, they don't. So we all respond to these conditions differently. Meaning, if we are going through this, or we are seeing a colleague or a friend going through this, we need to guide them and support them to link them for a proper care. And then here I've talked about neglecting personal hygiene. It's not really normal that a person can wake up and fail to brush their teeth, or can take weeks without bathing. In a normal setting, you realize that something is not going well with that person, who could think of going for days without brushing or bathing. So this is one of the signs that someone is going through a mental breakdown or challenge. I've also put aggressiveness. Sometimes they get extra energy that you can't imagine. A young child or a person who is looking tiny is trying to be restrained by many people, and yet really in the actual sense, when they were not sick, they couldn't really have that lot of energy. And these are the few things I wanted to share with you, my brothers and sisters, so that it could be of help one day for you in the future. Thank you for watching and following me.